All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to get started. I am Councilmember Brooke Pinto, Chairwoman of the Committee on the Judiciary and Public Safety. I would like to call this meeting of the committee to order. Today is Thursday, January 25th, 2024. And the time is now 1:03 p.m. We have a quorum today with the presence of Ward 6 Councilmember Charles Allen and at-large Councilmember Christina Henderson. We have 5 items on the agenda today. PR 25-510, the Police Complaints Board Paul Ashton Confirmation Resolution of 2023. PR 25-519, the Police Complaints Board Bobby Strang Confirmation Resolution of 2023. PR 25-511, the Police Complaints Board Derek Colbert Confirmation Resolution of 2023. PR 25-489, the District of Columbia Corrections Information Council Governing Board Rochelle Shannon Confirmation Resolution of 2023. And last, PR 25-490, the District of Columbia Corrections Information Council Governing Boards Charles Thornton Confirmation Resolution of 2023. If there's no objection from members, I will move the nominees for each agency and block, starting with the Police Complaints Board nominees. Is that all right with folks? Great. So first, the Police Complaints Board nominees. These 3 resolutions would confirm Paul Ashton, Bobby Strang, and Derek Colbert to serve as members of the Police Complaints Board. The resolutions were introduced by Chairman Mendelson at the request of Mayor Bowser on October 30th, 2023 and November 1st, 2023. I'll note that Paul Ashton and Bobby Strang are current board members and are being renominated. Derek Colbert is a first-time nominee. The Police Complaints Board is an independent body tasked with working alongside the Office of Police Complaints, or OPC, to review OPC's complaint dismissal determinations, conduct periodic reviews of the citizen complaint review process, and issue both policy recommendations and reports related to MPD and OPC operations. The board is now a 9-member body meant to represent each ward of the district and 1 at-large member. Each member must be a resident of the district. PR 25-510 would reconfirm Paul Ashton as a member of the Police Complaints Board. Mr. Ashton currently works for the Justice Policy Institute, a nonprofit organization that works to reform the criminal justice system and reduce incarceration. He has served 3 terms as a member of the Police Complaints Board since December 2014 and has served as chair of the board since October 2016. Mr. Ashton received his bachelor's degree in criminology with a minor in political science from Ohio State University. He later obtained a master's degree in criminology from the University of Delaware, where he also served as a graduate teaching assistant in the Department of Sociology and Criminal Justice. He is a Ward 5 resident. PR 25-519 would reconfirm Bobby Strang as a member of the Police Complaints Board. Ms. Strang currently works for the district government in the Department of Employment Services as a claims examiner. She administers informal conferences on workers' compensation claims disputes, issues memorandum and final orders regarding these disputes, and assists pro se claimants. Bobby Strang has served 3 terms as a member of the Police Complaints Board since November 2015. During her tenure, she has reviewed dismissals and participated in First Amendment assembly monitoring. She is a Ward 7 resident. And PR 25-511 would confirm Derek Colbert as a member of the Police Complaints Board. Mr. Colbert currently works for the DC Workforce Investment Council, where he supports the expansion of the council's partnerships. Prior to that position, he worked as the Director of Operations for the Executive Office of the Mayor and the Office of the Returning Citizens Affairs. In that role, he managed an 11-member team, evaluated operations, and developed community outreach programs. Mr. Colbert has served as Associate Director for the District of Columbia Office of the Deputy Mayor for Greater Economic Opportunities, analyzing agency operations and recommending corrective actions to the agency director to improve customer service. This work included program audits and additional oversight. Mr. Colbert previously served as ANC Commissioner for ANC HC04 from 2013 to 2015. With that, I will now move the prints and reports of PR 25-510, PR 25-511, and PR 25-519, with leave for staff to incorporate this discussion and make any technical, editorial, and conforming changes. Is there any discussion? All those, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
I want to note that we have been joined by our at-large colleague, Councilmember Anita Bonds. Councilmember Bonds, we are voting on the first three resolutions. Hearing no opposition, it is the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it. I will now move to the two nominees for the Corrections Information Council Governing Board and block. The two resolutions would confirm Rochelle Shannon and Charles Thornton to serve as members of the Corrections Information Council Governing Board. The resolutions were introduced by Chairman Mendelson at the request of the mayor on October 19th and 20th, 2023, respectively. Mr. Thornton is a current board member and is being renominated, and Ms. Shannon is a first-time nominee. The District of Columbia Corrections Information Council, or CIC, was created by Congress in 1997 for the purpose of investigating and conducting inspections of the district's correctional facilities. The CIC governing board's role is to provide advice and information to the district of the Federal Bureau of Prisons and the director of the District Department of Corrections regarding matters affecting the district's incarcerated individuals. The board is also tasked with reviewing the findings of the executive director of the CIC and making recommendations regarding the conditions of confinement of District of Columbia residents in BOP or DOC custody. The board consists of 5 members, 3 appointed by the mayor and 2 by the council. The mayor designates the chairperson of the board and members of the board to serve for terms of 2 years. PR 25-489 would reconfirm Charles Thornton as a member of the board. Charles Thornton is the current chair of the governing board, and he brings with him many years' experience as a service provider to returning citizens. Mr. Thornton currently works as a special assistant at the Office of Human Rights, where he focuses on ban-the-box initiatives. He has served in this capacity since 2016. Prior to his tenure at OHR, Mr. Thornton served as the director of the Mayor's Office of Returning Citizens Affairs, which assists more than 5,000 returning citizens annually. While at MORCA, he oversaw the creation of training programs and resources for men and women who need assistance and marketable skills to successfully re-enter our communities. PR 25-489, PR 25-490 would confirm Rochelle Shannon as a member of the Homeland Security. PR 25-90 would confirm Rochelle Shannon as a member of the CIC Governing Board. Rochelle Shannon is the current CEO and co-founder of For Truth, a registered for-profit which provides trauma-informed consulting to private nonprofit and government entities. For Truth has provided services to the District Department of Youth Rehabilitative Services during the 2021 and 2022 fiscal years. Ms. Shannon has over 16 years of experience working with incarcerated citizens in jails, prisons, reentry, and therapeutic residential treatment communities. She has served the population in many roles, most notably as a uniformed officer, substance abuse counselor, mental health therapist, management, and program analyst. Rochelle, PREA coordinator, community corrections, senior institutional administrator, and a former DOJ certified PREA auditor. I now move the prints and reports for PR 25-489 and PR 25-490 with leave for staff to incorporate this discussion and make any technical, editorial, and conforming changes. Is there any discussion? With that, if you support these nominees, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Wonderful. That is unanimous. The measures are adopted. Is there any further business before the committee today? All right, the time now being 1:13 p.m. We are adjourned. Thank you all so much.